welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and I'm here with day 5 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 18. And today our sketch is by Lisa, which is Bangs and Glasses on Instagram. And I am documenting my best friend and one of my very good friends' birthday get together. I'm using Bloom and Grow by Cocoa Vanilla. I have a scrap and some 6x8 papers pulled out and a just a 12x12. And then I have some embellishments, some alpha, some chipboard, and some stickers. And then I've got a bit of ink that I'm going to use for the mixed media on the background. So I have my papers, I have my embellishment, my ink, my picture, and this awesome sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I took this sketch in just the general concept of the mixed media in the background and then a bunch of squares all over the layout. So that's what I was going for, and I'm really quite thrilled with how this turned out. So I sprayed black soot on my words, decided to use Beautiful Friends. I love how they have these, and the S was separate, so I could have just said friend, but obviously there's two of them. This striped paper was 6 inches wide, and so I cut it at a 6x6 square because hers has a large mat as well. I do go in and mat it in black as again because the picture, and then I put it down on there because I felt like it helped it stand out even more. I'm just cutting squares from these. I picked 3 papers from the 6x12 pack and then the leftovers from that like aqua colored stripe paper because the back side of that is like these little birds. I did my very best to keep as little pink on this layout as possible. There's a hint of like pink like on some of the birds and stuff, but for the most part there's no pink. The background ink that I used is Spice Marmalade, and so I thought that would be a good color to work with. And then I do ink around that paper right there so it would stand out a little bit more on this the white, even with that orange on there. And then I just start taking the squares and putting in places. Like, I didn't want to necessarily follow her specific places, which is fine because that's kind of the whole point of sketches. So I just start tucking and putting them places. I want to make sure you could see the orange still, that mixed media in the back, but I wanted to get, quite a bit of these squares, if not all of them, which I end up getting on there, on the layout. And then I pull out my Creative Memories square punch. I had 2 of them, which is 4 different squares, and I just make a few extra smaller ones to go on here. And like, I think the biggest is 1 1/4, and then the other one is like 1 inch. I think maybe there's a couple I put on here that are a little smaller. So I just get them on there. I do ink that white background paper, the one that's got the birds on it, as well as the aqua and white stripe. I ink those, but I do not ink the blue, yellow, and like green paper. I think they stand out well enough. And then after I get all these down, I'm going to start working on embellishing. I'm going to get my title down here in the corner where she has it on her sketch. And like I said, I titled it Beautiful Friends, but I also am going to add from the alphas the word birthday because we were celebrating their birthday. Their birthdays are 2 days apart. And so we got together, I think like a day or 2 after the second birthday, and met at this place in town that we love to go to, or that I love to go to, and we got drinks, and some of us ordered, I think we ordered pizza together actually, and then we had cake for Courtney and Bree. So I decided that I would title it Beautiful Birthday Friends. And so I just used the little alphas from the Bloom and Grow collection to put the word birthday on here. It's kind of small. I'm okay with that. I don't know how well you can see it because right now it's underneath the little recording strip, so I can't see it. But in person, I can see it, so that's really all that matters because only you all will see it on YouTube. Everyone else who looks at it will be looking at it in a scrapbook. So I do stick with like the orange and the blue for the florals and kind of that aqua color. And I tuck those in a few different places. I pulled this little Bloomin' Lovely out to put above the picture, and like the birdhouse and a bird. I just thought they were really cute, and since I've got the birds on here with that paper, I felt like it was a good time to use those. I do add a butterfly here in a little bit. Not the one that you see right there because of the way that the flowers lay out. I end up changing it out for a more yellow colored butterfly. And I'm okay with that. I was because I've got a lot of blue right there where I end up putting it. And the blue butterfly sitting on top of the blue paper and a blue flower didn't was a little too much in one place. So I'm going to move that orange flower. I put it down and then I'm like, nope, I need to move that. So I do. I want this big blue flower right here kind of tucked in a little. And then I'm going to put that orange flower up there on the top and then put a butterfly in between them. I love how this turned out. There's so many different variations of how you can do this. Just putting the squares wherever. Some people might do it very meticulously and have it laid out. She's kind of got them like corner to corner in places. And I just kind of wanted to cut different sized squares and go from there. And so that worked out because, like I said, I love how this turned out. I am going to put some little wordy bits on here. One says special moments. One says this makes me smile. One says grow together. And I am going to use that bottom right corner with the teal and white. And I will journal a little bit more there. There will be another layout that goes with this. So I wanted to do that first so I can see if there's a better journaling space there. So once I'm done with that later on this month, then I will determine where I'm going to do the journaling. So here is Lisa's sketch again. It is such a fun sketch and so many different things that you can do with it. I had so much fun creating with this and I love how it turned out. I hope you'll go check her out. And then also the playlist for 30 Days of Sketches. You can find all the sketches on the Facebook group, 30 Days Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. There's an album there where you can find all the sketches from all the 18 seasons. So if you want some inspiration, please go check that out. And I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or my layout. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, spending some time with me. Time is precious, and so I do not take that lightly that you were taking some of your time to hang out with me. So I hope y'all have a great day. I hope that you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.